My name is LOIC, and today we're coming at you live again. And today we'll be talking about what it means to be a gentleman, right? What is a gentleman? And we'll be talking about a few gentlemen that we know and some tips and tricks that you can use in your own life as a young man to develop some characteristics and personality that will help you in being a good, and respectful gentleman. Okay. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Loic. Welcome to the channel. This is Black Gentleman Media, where our goal really is to bridge the gap between boyhood and manhood in a healthy and constructive way. Okay, so we're here to give you some content that you'll be able to take away and hopefully use to your benefit. So let's just give it a couple minutes here, wait for more people to join the chat, okay? But in the meantime, again, my name is Loic. We're just here to make sure that you get the good content and we can provide you some value, okay? So in one moment here, we'll be able to get into it. Okay. So hey, yeah, like I said, my name is Loic. Let's get right into it. So, when you think of a gentleman, what do you really, what is the first thing that comes to mind? If you're like me, you're thinking of maybe a CIA or, Secret Service type of personality, clean, you know, I'm just imagining a well-fitted suit, business attire type of, person. But really, in order to be a gentleman, there are certain characteristics that gentlemen have, okay? There's a saying that manners maketh man, which is true, right? So, in order to be a gentleman, you need to have good manners and portray etiquette, right? You need to know how to greet people. You need to have a firm handshake. So in terms of being a gentleman, a good part of it is shaking somebody's hand and looking them in the eyes. This is a first step that establishes trust. So growing up, you need to work on your handshake. This is the difference between a leader and a follower. They do the small things and they get the details right. So in order to be a gentleman, you need to work on certain things. First thing I can think of is your handshake. So you need to have a really firm handshake, and if your handshake is not as good as it should be, practice. Grab a friend, grab your brother, your dad. Just ask them, hey, how's my handshake? Because when you meet somebody for the first time, if you're speaking to another man, you need to be able to establish trust, and the handshake is a very, very strong indicator of what type of man you are, right? Sometimes you shake somebody's hand and you can just tell this guy, this is a little shaky, right? And then some other men, you shake their hands and you go, yeah, I would go to war with this guy because, he's firm, okay? So it might not seem like a lot, but work on your handshake, okay? Dining as well. Gentlemen know proper etiquette when you're dining, right? There's certain, depending on your society and your culture, certain etiquette while you're dining has to be followed. So a gentleman reads the room and he understands what is needed at what time, right? So if it means that you don't eat before everybody else, you know those rules. If it means you pull the chair for your date, you know those rules. Depending on your culture, you'll have different, what would you call it? Protocols that you would have to adhere to, okay? And interacting with people in a polite and friendly manner as well. You might not think of this as being very gentlemanly, but gentlemen are very cordial, and not passive as well. You can assert yourself into a situation, but knowing how to do it very respectfully, and being aware of the other person. Right? You want to be aware of how the other person might be feeling, and I call it reading the room. Gentlemen are good at reading the room. Another part of being a gentleman is respect and empathy. So you have to show genuine concern for others, listen actively, and respect personal boundaries, because that's one of the hugest signs of a gentleman. A gentleman knows not to cross another person's boundaries, right? Words like excuse me and I'm sorry, these are very, I call them social lubricants, right? If you say excuse me 10 out of 10 times, maybe 9 out of 10 times, the person will move or excuse you, right? So respect and empathy is important, and neat appearance. Dress appropriately for the occasion and maintain good hygiene. This is something that boys need to learn before they become men and gentlemen. Really, good hygiene is very important. Good hygiene doesn't just mean wear deodorant. Good hygiene as well is grooming, making sure that your skincare is nice hair, making sure that you shower every day. And as boys might not really understand this because they don't understand the importance of it, but a gentleman is always neatly dressed, dressed appropriately, and always has a neat appearance, okay? Because no matter what you think, people are judging the way you look. You might say, yeah, it doesn't really matter what they think, but at the end of the day, it does matter, right? So you want to make sure you put your best foot forward. And as a boy, you might just neglect your image, but in order to be a gentleman, and trust me, other gentlemen will notice, right? Other gentlemen notice. Painkiller said, "What's up? What's up, Painkiller? If this is a Painkiller that I know, then what's up?" Other gentlemen notice, right? Because just like wolves move in packs, you're looking for your team. You're looking for other people that think alike, just like you. So that's not only a signal for the outside world, but when you have neat appearance, you feel better. So neat appearance is very important. Confidence with humility, believing in yourself but remaining very humble as well. It's important to be humble because you don't know everything, right? Nobody knows everything. So be confident and competent, right? You cannot be confident if you're not competent. So I believe a big part of it is being really good at something, right? Whether it's painting, doesn't really matter what it is, but being competent at something. For me right now, I'm learning the art of communication, right? I'm learning how to connect with an audience. And when I'm competent at that, I can be confident, right? That I'm able to do those things. But sometimes you have to, $5 if you sing Hotline Bling full song. I'm sorry, I'm not your singer. I'm not gonna sing for you, but anyway, when you're competent, then you can really feel confident. Okay, so if you want to just donate again to the channel, I left my Cash App below. It is LOIC B. Go ahead and donate if you feel like donating. You said I'm too good for $5. I'm not too good for $5. I just don't want to sing for you. I'm sorry. I'm here to give you a different type of message. If you make it $50, I'll sing. Yeah, let's see if you can do that. Yeah, yeah. White Terror, make it $50, I'll sing Hotline Bling for you. Yeah. You got 50 on it? You got 50 on it? Yeah, I didn't think so. Anyway, I appreciate it though. Even better, save your money. Just hit the like button, comment below. my Cash App is, check the description of this video. Cash App is connected. Let me see if I can upload it as well, so that you guys can have it. He said $5. I'm gonna give you. Stupid. But that's funny. I'm not gonna lie. All right, I went ahead and I commented my Cash App below. Guys, go ahead and support the channel. Donate to that Cash App, right? I really appreciate it. I know that Highline Bling. You're getting me distracted, bro. Back to topic. Anyway, a gentleman is an effective communicator, right? You want to be able to speak clearly. That's why communication is very important. Because they always say communication is key, but you want to be able to use positive body language, right? Be very open. Let people be able to approach you, right? That's why they call being attractive, right? Where you don't have to go chasing. You're just attractive and things come to you, okay? In order to handle disagreements respectfully, you have to be portray positive body language, okay? Mike Oxlong. Send me $10 and you find out. Nah, just. So Trezor, come. Let me ask you. So I'm gonna ask you. I don't want you in the camera. So what do you think? Say it a little bit loudly so that maybe they can hear. But what would you think of when you think of a gentleman?
I think of a person with honor and pride a little bit, and
Honor and pride.
Respects women and stuff.
Okay. So they hear it. 13-year-old. Definition of a gentleman from a 13-year-old. What? What does that even mean? Anyway, 13-year-old believes that a gentleman is someone with honor, pride, and respect for women. I would agree with that. A few things about a gentleman: you portray good manners, right?
Yeah.
Good etiquette, knowing what to do when you're at the table. Like you said, honor, pride, integrity, honesty. Those are qualities of a gentleman. Gentleman also is always neatly dressed. You can think of like a Secret Service, right? Somebody that protects the president.
Yeah.
You consider somebody like that a gentleman because neatly cut. And there are other things, right? Like taking care of your family, treating women with respect. Those are things that you can consider being a gentleman. Community and leadership, because nothing happens without a community. So you need the community as well, okay? So thank you for that. From a 13-year-old, very easy to break it down. What's going on? These comments are crazy, but anyway, I'm not, by the way, straight, by the way. A lot of, what's wrong with y'all, man? Can you just like, anyway. Moving on, a gentleman is punctual as well and stays organized. So you manage your time well. You manage your time well and you stay very organized. That's part of being a gentleman. Chivalry and generosity, performs acts of courtesy, and is generous with his time and resources. Okay? Seek knowledge and stay physically fit and take care of your mental health, right? Part of being a gentleman is making sure that you're on top of things, right? So that you're always learning, you're on a learning curve, and staying physically fit, because it takes a lot of energy to do certain things, right? So you have to make sure that you're physically fit. Like I said, community and leadership. Usually gentlemen are community oriented and they have leadership skills. So the community can rely on them in times of need. Okay? By the way, if you're liking this content, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow, guys. Very important. Let's not worry about my orientation, please. It's just inappropriate. Who cares about that? I'm really here to provide some content. So if you, please, I just don't want to have to deal with any of that. If you have some quality comments that you want to bring to the table, let's do that. But like, what's the point of that? Right? It's useless. Anyway, moving on. So I want to get an idea of what you guys think is a gentleman, right? What would you think of when you think of being a gentleman? Okay. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and again, I'm gonna tag my Cash App in the back below, and you guys can feel free to donate to the channel. Okay, let's make this grow. Right. So a few tips on being a modern day gentleman. Let's see. What does that even mean, right? What does it mean to be a modern day gentleman? Guys, go ahead, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Yo, what are these comments? Yeah. I think it's funny. Hey, go ahead and like the video. That's all that matters. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go now and just tell you a few books that will help you become a better gentleman, in my opinion. Let's see. The Art of Manliness. Classic Skills and Manners for the Modern Man by Brett McKay and Kate McKay. I would also recommend 48 Laws of Power because you need to know how to manage power. You need to be able to understand it. Okay. The Modern Gentleman, A Guide to Essential Manners, Savvy Advice by Phineas Malad and Jason Terrelso. Rules for a Knight by Ethan Hawke. Okay, so these books are going to help you, you know, and you know, people who troll like this, I think it's just funny. I think it's hilarious, actually. But it's like you can use your time and your energy to do something better with your life. You know, that's what I think. But you do whatever you want to do. Okay. Anyways, guys, just a quick breakdown of my thoughts on being a gentleman. What is a gentleman? It's complex. It's not just, you know, one thing. lot of things that go into being a gentleman, but essentially it is being courteous, humble, kind, courageous, and respectful. Okay? That's what really it comes down to. The other things are just a bonus, but you have to remember that manners maketh man. So your manners are how you will essentially move around the world, and you have to make sure that you're on top of things, okay? So these are my thoughts. I hope you guys were able to take some tips and tricks, and something I said maybe stuck with you. If so, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, okay? Alright, anyways, that'll be it from me, guys. I'll talk to you later. Peace.